Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine avatar varishtaya ramakrishnaya te namaha jananim sharadam devim ramakrishnam jagadgurum padme tayo shritva pranamami muhur Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. A great power descended in our realm. We have been fortunate. The world will remember it for ages and ages. This power called Vivekananda is not different from that of Ramakrishna and the Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi. Hence, in order to worship this power called Vivekananda, we will also have to worship Ramakrishna and the Holy Mother. So there will be 3 pujas. The first one of Ramakrishna, second Holy Mother, and the third is Swami Vivekananda. As always, I represent you all, not only those present here, but everywhere. And so you will be also, in a way, performing this puja along with me. So be meditative, be mindful, be devotional, and learn to absorb this greatness that came in the form of Vivekananda. Om Sarvamangala Mangalyam Varenyam Varadam Shubham Narayanam Namaskritya Sarvakarmani Karayet. This opening prayer is to Narayana Vishnu, who is the all-pervading, who is also the impeller of all actions. May he impel us into this action, this karma. This is a purification of the body and the sense organs. Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surya Diviva Chakshuratatam. Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastan Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksha Sabhayabhyantar Suchi. On remembering Vishnu, the all-pervading one, may everything that is impure be pure. Om Vedanta Vishvahadara Shakti-adibhyo Namaha. Wait.
Akarashunyam Trigunervihinam Omkara Vedyam Paramam Pavitram Prapanchakaram Paripurna-rupam Shri Ramakrishnam Sharanam Prapadye Tileshu Tailam Dhadaniva सर्वैः व्याप्तं च विश्वे परमं निधानं सर्वस्य संस्थं हृदयप्रदेशे श्रीरामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये धर्मस्य वृद्ध्यै सुजनस्य मुक्त्यै दुष्टप्रजाया परिवर्तनाय विश्वेऽवतीर्णं समतीतमायं श्रीरामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये दीप्ताननं तं परिपूर्णबोधं सदा समाधौ परिमार्ग्यचित्तं कृपाभिपूर्णं प्रतिताप्तलोकं श्रीरामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये मृतं सुवर्णं प्रतिपद्यतुल्यं नारीषु मातुः समवाप्य भावं तद्बोधयन्तं च हिताय नृणां श्रीरामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये गङ्गासुसिक्तं मलिनाम्बुशुद्धं रसेन्द्रसक्तेरय एव रुक्मं पापीष्टमेवं विपुनाति यस्तं श्रीरामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये पाण्डित्यपूर्ण कठिनैर्वचोभिः यद्बोधयन्ते श्रुतिसारभूतं येनैव तत्त्वं सुगमायितं तं श्रीरामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये दुर्गेयरूपश् शिशुवद्विभाति सर्वज्ञमूर्तिस्त्वनधीतशास्त्रः देवादिदेवोऽपि नरात्वमाप्तः देवाधिदेवोऽपि नरात्वमाप्तः तं रामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये तं रामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये तं रामकृष्णं शरणं प्रपद्ये शरणं प्रपद्ये शरणं प्रपद्ये
Ong ing ong kong ing kong chong ing chong tong ing tong fong ing fong yang ing yang. The mantras also have to be purified. The place, the deity, the people, the worshipper, the articles, everything have to be purified in order to worship. And we stop all obstacles from entering into this space which we are enclosing it. This is the sacred space for us. Om Durge Durge Rakshini Swaha Ahum Fat Swaha. The outer body being purified, the inner bodies also have to be purified through pranayama and meditation. The meditation is to raise the kundalini from the Mooladhara, the basic center, right up to the 1000-petal lotus in the head. and feel it's like a golden thread moving up your spine. Close your eyes and meditate. Think that your subtle body is being scorched and burnt. All the karmas within it are also burnt. And also your causal body is also being destroyed, while a new spiritual body takes its place. Om Bhuta Shringa Tachiram Shushumna Patena Jiva Shiva Parama Shiva Yojayami Swaha. Om Yang Linga Shariram Shoshaya Shoshaya Swaha. Om Sankocha Shariram Dahadaha Swaha. Om Paramashiva Shushumna Patena Mula Shringatum Mula Solasa Jvala Jvala Prajvala Prajvala Soham Hamsa Swaha. Think that you are one with the deity. In other words, the Jiva has become Shiva. Place your palm on your chest and think that you are one with the deity. Think Soham. Ang ring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong hangsa Shri Ram Krishna Devataya prana iha prana Ang ring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong hangsa Shri Ram Krishna Devataya jiva iha stita Ang ring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong hangsa Shri Ram Krishna Devataya sarvendriyani Ang ring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong hangsa Shri Ram Krishna Devataya Vang Manas Chakshu Shrotra Grana Prana Hiya Gatam Sukham Chirantishtantu Swaha. May all the sense organs and all your life and everything be transformed into this divinity. Om Asya Matrika Mantrasya Brahma Rishi Gayatri Chandra Devi Matrika Saraswati Halo Bijani Swara Shaktaya Avyaktam Kilakam Sarvabhishta Siddhe Lipanyasa Viniyoga Om Brahmanershaye Namaha Om Gayatri Chandase Namaha Om Matrika Saraswati Devata Yay Namaha Om Halbhyo Bhijebhyo Namaha Om Svarebhyo Shaktibhyo Namaha. Om Avyaktam Kilakaya Namaha. These are the mantras now to protect everything around you. Ang Kang Kang Gang Gang Nang Ang Angushtabhyam Namah Ing Chang Chang Jang 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 Ing Tarjani Bhyam Swaha Om Tang 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 Om Tarjani Madhamabhyam Voshat Ing Tang 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 Dang Dang Ing Kanamikabhyam Hum Om Pam Fam Bam 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 Om Kanishtabhyam Voshat A Ang Yang Rang Lang Wang Shang Shang Sang Hong Hangsa Karata Prishtabhyam Astraya Fat Ang Gang 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 Ang Hridayaya Nama Ing Chang Chang Jang 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 Ing Tarjani Shrisaya Swaha Om Tang 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 Dang 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 Om Shikaya Voshat Ing Tang 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 Dang Dang Om Kavachaya Hum Om Pang Fang Bang 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 Om Netatrayabhyam Voshat Ing Ang Yang Rang Lang Wang Shang Shang Sang Hom Hang Shri Ram Krishna Karatal Prishtabhyam Astraya Fat Om Gandhadibhyo Namah Om Gandhadibhyo Namah Adipati Devaya Vishnave Namah Eme Tat Sampradane Pujaniya Devebhyo Namah
Rama Krishna Charana Sharje Majare Mona Madhupama Rama Krishna Charana Sharje Majare Mona Madhupama Rama Krishna Kanta ke avrita Vishaya ke taki Kanta ke avrita Vishaya ke taki Dekho na kahe vibhor Rama Krishna Charana Sharje Majare Mona Madhupamar Rama Krishna Janama Marana Vishama Vyadhi Nirobodhi Kata Shahi Beyar Prema Vijusha Piyare Shripade Prema Vijusha Piyare Shripade Bhaveri Jatona Ravenato Rama Krishna Charana Sharje Majare Mona Madhupamar Rama Krishna Dharma Dharma Shukha Dukha Shanti Jala Danda Khela Maji Nahi Nishtar Gyana Kripane Parama Jatane Gyana Kripane Parama Jatane Katore Katore Karamador Rama Krishna Charana Sharje Majare Mona Madhupamar Rama Krishna Rama Krishna Nam Valore Vadone Moheri Jamini Hai Bebhar Dushopana Jala Ravena Ravena Dushopana Jala Ravena Ravena Chute Jave Dor Gumeri Gor Rama
have worshipped all the subsidiary deities, the principal ones, those who are associated in some form or the other to regulate our lives. Because they also can lead you to the highest. We worship Shiva, that is the all-pervading consciousness, which is the support of the universe. Because without this worship, no worship is fruitful. Aing pramattam shakti sangyuktam banakyam cha mahaprabham kamabanan vitan devam samsara dahanakshamam shringaradi rasolasam banakyam parameshwaram evam dato banalingam yajetam paramam shivam. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshiyamamritat. This is called a Mahamrityunjay mantra for the fear of death to be eradicated in us. Gauri Namah. Baneshwaraya Narakarnavatarnaya Jnana Pradaya Karunamaya Sagaraya Karpura Kundala Davalenda Jata Daraya Daridrya Dukkha Dahanaya Namah Shivaya. May Shiva destroy the poverty and the sadness in our lives and bring us into light. Om Pita Devata Bhyo Nama, Om Pita Shakti Bhyo Nama. These mantras are to awaken all the various pilgrim sacred centers in the body now. Now that the body has become divine, all those centers which are there in the body are awakened with this mantra. Om. Om Aing Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ram Krishnaya Namah. Ityasya mantrasya Brahma Rishi Gayatri Chanda Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ram Krishna Devata Rishadi Nyasa Viniyoga. Om Brahmane Rishaya Namah. Om Gayatri Chandase Namah. Om Aing Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ram Krishnaya Namah. Aing Angushthabhyam Namah Rang Tarjini Bhyam Swaha Mam Madhamabhyam Vaushat Kring Namya Kabhyam Hum Kshan Kanishtabhyam Vaushat Aing Ramakartal Prishtabhyam Astrayafat Aing Hridayaya Namah Rang Shirase Swa Mam Shikaya Vaushat Kring Kavachaya Hum Kshan Netrabhyam Vaushat Aing Ramakartal Prishtabhyam Astrayafat Ang Hung Fat Swaha Ang Hung Fat Swaha. We have come to the heart of Shri Ram Krishna Puja. Rajitam Nirvikalpam Sadasadakhila Bedatitamekaswarupam Prakriti Vikriti Shunyam Nityamanandamurti Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajama Vitaritum Avatirnam Jnana Bhakti Prashanti Pranaya Galita Chittam Jiva Dukkha Sahishnu Drita Sahaja Samadhim Chinmayam Komalangam Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajama Nirupamamati Sukshmam Nishprapancham Niriham Gagana Sadrishamisham Sarva Bhuta Divasam Trigunarahita Satchit Brahma Rupam Varenyam Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajama. Prakashaya Vidmhe Daya Dhimahi Tanno Deva Prachodayat. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmhe Gadadharaya Dhimahi Tanno Deva Prachodayat. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmhe Gadadharaya Dhimahi Tanno Deva. Meditate thinking that that formless deity has taken the form and has come to us as Ramakrishna in order to help us attain liberation. This is the mental worship. Before the physical worship can be over, the mental worship is done. All what I have done externally has to be done now internally. This is the real essence of the puja. Om Sahasrachutam Padyam Charanayor Dadhyatmanastvargam Nivedayet Tenamritena Chmaniyam Snaniyam Tena Chasmritam Akashatattvam Vastram Syad Gandha Tattvakam Chittam Prakalpayet Pushpam Dhupam Pranam Prakalpayet Tejastattvam Chadipartam Naivedyam Syad Sudambudi Anahatadvanir Ghanta Vayutattvam Chachamaram Sahasraram Bhavet Shatram Shabdatattvam Chagitakam Nityam Indriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasastata Sumekalam Padmamalam Pushpam Nana Vidam Tata Amaya Dhair Bhava Pushpair Archayet Bhava Gocharam Amayam Manahankaram Ragam Madam Tata Amohakam Madam Vamcha Adveksha Kshobato Tata Amatsaryam Malobam Cha Dasha Pushpam Vidurvada Ahimsa Paramam Pushpam Pushpam Indriya Nigraha Daya Pushpam Kshama Pushpam Jnana Pushpam Cha Panchamam Iti Panchadasha Bhava Pushpair Sampujayet Shivam. Feel that you are offering to Sri Ramakrishna all the best that has ever happened in your life. Om Adara Shakti Adibhyo Namaha. Om Asya Adara Shakti Veda. Om Eshe. Om Veda. Mam Mandalaya Dashaklamani.
I jole sajenu tan manush dekhi jadi I jole Shri Vadane Mama Bani Pari Ganga Cholile দেখা তো নাহি দিলে বলে ব্রহ্মময়ী গেল মাদিন দেখা তো নাহি দিলে সে যেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে সে যেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে নাস্তিক জ্ঞানী নারে সরল কথায় শিখালে যেই কালী সেই কৃষ্ণ নাম ভেদ এক মূলে যেই কালী সেই কৃষ্ণ নাম ভেদ এক মূলে সে যেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে সে যেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে aqua water pani pani nam dai jale allagari shamusha kali nam bhede bale allagar ishamusha kali nam bhede bale এসে যেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে এসে যেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে বিনোধনী জ্ঞানী মানি বিচার নাই জাতি কুলে অপর হারা পাগল পারায় সরলে হারিলে অপর হারা পাগল পারায় সরলে হারিলে এসেছেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে এসেছেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে দুবাহু তুলিয়ে ডাকে আই রে তোরাই চলে তোদের তরে কৃপা করে বসে আছি বিরলে যতন করি পারের তরি বেঁধেছি ভাবের কুলে এসেছেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে এসেছেন তন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আই চলে
Om Amritopi Danamasi Swaha. Om Idam Panarthvadakam Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Sri Ram Krishnaya Nivedayami. Om Amritopi Danamasi Swaha. Om Idam Punarachamaridokam Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Sri Ram Krishnaya Namaha. Holy Mother's songs.
We'll start with Prakriti on page 34. Prakritim paramam abhayam varadam nararupadharam janatapaharam sharanagata sevaka toshakarim pranamami param jananim jagatam gunahina sutana paradhayutan kripayadya samudhara mohagatan taranim bhavasagara parakarim pranamami param jananim jagatam vishayam kusumam pariritya sada charanamburamrita shanti sudham vibhabringamano bhavaragaram pranamami param jananim jagatam Kripam Guru Mahadevi Sudeshu Pranadeshu Charanashaya Dhanena Kripamai Namostute Lajjapata vritte nityam sarade jnanadaike bhabebhyo na sada raksha kripamai namostute Rama Krishna Kata Pranam Tannama Shravana Priyam Tadbhava Ranjitakaram Pranamami Murmuhu Pavitram Charitam Yasya Pavitram Jivanam Tatha Pavitrada Swarupinyai Tasyai Gurumo Namo Namaha Devim Prasannam Pranatartihantrim Yogindra Pujam Yugadharma Patrim Tam Saradam Bhakti Vikyanadantrim Dayaswarupam Pranamami Nityam Snehena Badnasi Manosmadiyam Doshan Sheshan Saguni Karoshi Ahetunanodayase Sadoshan Swanghe Grihitva Yadidam Vichitram Prasida Mater Vinayena Yache Nityam Bhavase Avadi Sudeshu Premaika Bindum Chiradagda Jite Vishincha Chitam Guruna Sushan Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padabadme Dayoshita Pranamami Murmu.
Yeah, we have completed Shri Ram Krishna's and Holy Mother's Puja. We now come to the main Vivekananda Puja. Ring. Yatagne dahika shakti Ram Krishne stitaya Sarva Vidya Swarupam Tavam Sharadam Pranamamyaham. Ring, ring. Vang, vang, angusthapyam, ring, vrong, tadajanibhyam, swamong, vandamabhyam, ring, kanamikabhyam, hom shankanishtam, ring, ram, ring, Vivekanandaya, kalkatadrishabhyam, astafat, vang, vidayanama, ring, tadasarasiswa, ring, tadashikaya, voshat, rung, kavachaya, rung, nitratrayam, voshat, rak, kartarprishtabhyam, astafat. Vivekananda's.
Maheshwara Mujjala Bhaskara Nishtama Maranaravandyam Murtha Maheshwara Mujjala Bhaskara Nishtama Maranaravandyam Tanumujita Kanchana Kamini Bandham Murtha Maheshwara Mujjala Bhaskara Nistama Maranaravandyam Murtha Maheshwara Mujjala Bhaskara Nistama Maranaravandyam Koti Bhanu Karadipta Singamaho Koti Bhanu Karadipta Singamaho Kati Tata Kopinavantam Abhirabhyuankaranadita Prachanda Dandava Nrityam Murta Maheshwara Mujala Bhaskara Nistama Maranaravandyam Murta Maheshwara Mujala Bhaskara Nistama Maranaravandyam Mukti Mukti Kripa Kataksha Prekshana Mukti Mukti Kripa Kataksha Prekshana Maghadala Vidalana Daksham Balachandradharamindu Vanyamiha Nomi Guru Vivekanandam Murta Maheshwara Mujala Bhaskara Nistama Maranaravandyam Murta Maheshwara Mujala Bhaskara Nistama Maranaravandyam.
Yeah. Om. Lovely. Swagatam. Dasanamichanti Deva Swabishta Siddhi Tasavite Parameshana Swagatam Swagatam Cha Demet Safalam Janma Jimanam Safala Kriya Sadhatam Te Te Zamane Tadva Om Sanvrati Vivekanandaya Swagatam Swagatam Che. Next. Vametasmai Padhyaya Nama, Vametasmai Padhyaya, Vametasmai Padhipati Devaya Sri Vishnave Nama, Vametasmai Sampradana Srimad Vivekanandaya Nama. Basically, Sampurkar the Sampla, the Samplavi. Smai Parameshana Svanam Pati. Om Ring Yedad Padhyam Satipad Vivekanandaya Namaha. Yeah.
Videshwara on page 38. Jaya Vireshwara Viveka Bhaskar Jaya Jaya Shri Vivekananda Jaya Vireshwara Viveka Bhaskar Jaya Jaya Shri Vivekananda Vanano Shundarolojano Vishamana Vajirabando Jaya Vireshwara Viveka Bhaskar Jaya Jaya Shri Vivekananda
bando induni bhanano shindaro jano vishamana vajira bando prema dhalo dhalo kanti shubimalo prema dhalo dhalo kanti shubimalo adhigata veda vedanto vyagati tikha tapasya jala Sitani Ramala Shanto Prema Dhalo Dhalo Kanti Shubimala Adhigata Veda Vedanto Vyagati Dikha Tapasya Jala Sitani Ramala Shanto Jaya Viresharo Viveka Bhaskara Jaya Jaya Sri Vivekananda Jaya Viresharo Viveka Bhaskara Jaya Jaya Sri Vivekananda Karma Bhakti Jnana Trishula Dharana Chedana Jiva Moha Bandho Karma Bhakti Jnana Trishula Dharana Chedana Jiva Moha Bandho Brahma Parayana Namo Narayana Dehi Dehi Charanara Bindo Brahma Parayana Namo Narayana Dehi Dehi Charanara Bindo Jaya Viresharo Viveka Bhaskara Jaya Jaya Sri Vivekananda Jaya Viresharo Viveka Bhaskara Jaya Jaya Sri Vivekananda Induni Bhanano Shundara Jana Vishamana Vajira Bando Jaya Viresharo Viveka Bhaskara Jaya Jaya Sri Vivekananda
Ganda Pushpe Advasaya Namaha. Om Ete Ganda Pushpe Adipade Padevaya Shri Vishnu Namaha. Om Ete Ganda Shri Vivekananda Sambandana Shri Vivekanandaya Namaha. Patra Patat Syandhyande Nirita Potsya Pujotamatritati Nivadarayan Virgnyanaya Vasatse Varupayamya in Idmu Samu Aim Sadivat Vivekanandaya Namayami. Vame Tasme Uttarayaya Namaha. Vame Ganda Pushpe Uttarayaya Namaha. Mete Ganda Pushpe Tarpati Devaya Vishnuve Namaha. Vame Ganda Pushpe Shrita Sampradanya Som Sem Sarimat Vivekanandaya Namaha. Om Ram Sabsamaya Sagitra Mohinam Sada Dasmaiti Parameshanaya Swadhyami Tariyakam Vahing Yadmutariyam Sarvas Vivekananda Nayami. Om Etasmai Gandhaya Namo, Om Etasmai Gandhaya Namo, Om Etasmai Gandhaya Namaha, Om Adipataye Devaya Shri Vishnave Namaha, Om Etagandapashveta Samstanya Om Nim Sarvas Vivekanandaya Namaha. Nurdin Janami Cheshtam Tamane Vachani Vacha Mayan Niveditam Janda Pratirata Vilam Om Haing Vidaskanda Sabum Haing Sarvat Vivekanandaya Namaha. Take that song. There is but one ferry. This is the song that Swami Vivekananda had written in his very mature years, and it is a lesson for all of us also.
There's but one ferry on page 72.
Listen, my friend, I will speak my heart to thee. I have found in my life this truth supreme. There is but one ferry for crossing the sea. Love, your love, that's the one thing. There is but one ferry. Listen, my friend, I will speak my heart to thee. Formulas of worship, science, philosophy, these are delusions. This I have seen. Love, your love, that's the one thing. There is but one ferry. Born heir to the infinite art thou. Within thy heart is the ocean of love. Born heir to the infinite art thou. Within thine own heart is the ocean of love. There is but all love dwelling in thee. Give, 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 that's the one thing. There is but one ferry. Everywhere is the same God. These are his forms before thee. Everywhere is the same God. Offer thyself at his feet. He is the all love within all beings. Give, 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 that's the one thing. Everywhere is the same God. These are thee, rejecting them, friend. Where dost thou seek love, your love? That's the one thing. There is but one very. Listen, my friend, I will speak my heart to thee. I have found in my life this truth supreme. Love, your love, that's the one thing. There is but one very.
Om Udanaya Swaha, Om Samanaya Swaha. Om Amrita Pidanamasi Swaha. Om Punarachamudeka Panarthodakam Sarvadevadevi Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha Nivedayani Panvat Vedavaya Vishnave Namaha Medikantapashve Dasampradhanaya Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha Sapasamivadevi Sarvadevam Dangrananda Savarabam Maying Edam Ganartudakam Sajvad Vivekanandaya Namaha. Om Etam Punarachamuni Udakaya Namaha. Vedikanta Pushpe Punarachamuni Udakaya Namaha. Vedikanta Pushpe Datsnipati Vishnave Namaha. Vedikanta Pushpe Datsamrithanaya Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha. No malam, just Pushpam. Just Pushpam. Yeah, Pushpanja. Pushpa. Yeah. Did you get that gong? If you could go and get a gong. That's, yeah, big. Om Vedikanta Pushpe Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha. Om Vedikanta Pushpe Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha. No, Pushpanjali. Please close your eyes. And the flower that you hold represents all that you have said, all that you have done, and all that you have worked for. Everything that you had imagined, hoped, loved, everything that was vain or even fruitful, not only in this life of yours, in all the previous lives, that flower, as it were, represents a series of your life, both good and bad. And they have led you here today, now. You are going to offer that flower that you have, which is your life, to Vivekananda. Om Aing Esha Pushpanjali Sangaya Savarnaya Sashaktikaya Saparshadaya Sabhaktyaya Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha. They will go and collect the flowers from you, and we will have them offered here. You can also take something around and collect it and put it up here. Swami, take the flowers and offer them. Yeah, Brahmatmananda. Yeah, there. You're the only Swami there. Okay. Yeah. No one left out. No one goes left behind. Yeah, no, you take it, come up here and put it around. Yeah. while the flowers are being offered, your flowers, your lives are being offered. We'll meditate for a while on Vivekananda. Om Paratatve Sadalino Ram Krishna Samagnaya Yo Dharma Stapanarato Viresham Tam Namamyaham Viresham Tam Namamyaham. I salute Vivekananda as Vireshwara, who is always merged in the highest reality, Paratatve Sadalina, who understood Sri Ramakrishna thoroughly and who worked to establish the dharma of this age. Some years ago, there's a book that was published, Vivekananda, the Guru to the World. I hope some of you must have heard of this. It's a thick volume, big work. It is written by Ruth Harris. And now she's been going around with this newfound, you can say, audience of the Vivekananda lovers. And she has been speaking very articulately about Vivekananda's role as the Guru to the world. And we can see that her study, of course, has been from the phenomenological standpoint. Now, you might be wondering, what is phenomenology? Phenomenology is a branch of philosophy, Western philosophy, that wants to study consciousness, but not through neurology or psychology, etc. They want to study consciousness in the context of society or culture or civilization or anyway. How consciousness has being displayed in those areas. So her studies, though well-meaning and thorough, is yet just on the phenomenological level. And phenomenology and existentialism, they are not too far off. I mean, existentialist philosophy. But was just Vivekananda just a being just like us? So I'll give you a few instances where he is shown as somebody who was divine. So it was in Kashipur where Sri Ramakrishna was suffering from his cancerous sore, and he called Vivekananda to him. And he scribbled rather, and sketched on a piece of paper. Sri Ramakrishna wrote, Jai Radhe, Premamoy, Naren Shikka Deve. Victory to Radha, who love incarnate. Naren, that is the future Vivekananda, will teach the world. And he also sketched himself, that is Sri Ramakrishna, with a cancerous throat, and Vivekananda as a kind of a peacock with a tail unfurled. The idea is that his powers will become manifest. The future Vivekananda said, no, I won't. As usual. Because that is an onerous task. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, you shall have to do it. That's a mild version of the, you can say, translation. You'll have to do it. Your very bones will do it. And he had said, in time, my siddhis, my powers will manifest themselves through you. So it was, Vivekananda had no choice. You see. 2 or 3 days before Sri Ramakrishna gave up his body in Mahasamadhi, and all the disciples were there, and they were seeing him suffering. And then Sri Ramakrishna is saying, he goes into a kind of a samadhi, and Swami Vivekananda was there. Swami Vivekananda felt something entering into him like a kind of an electric shock. And as the shock entered, it was too strong. Vivekananda lost consciousness. And then when he came to after a while, he saw Sri Ramakrishna weeping. Saying, he asked, why are you weeping? Saying, I have given you my all. And now I am become a fakir. I have given you all my powers and I am become a beggar. That was another incident. So indeed, when Swami Vivekananda says, when he first made Vivekananda to Kali, Vivekananda was a big skeptic, one of the biggest skeptics. He made him over to Kali. Vivekananda had a vision, not only vision, he saw the living form of the mother. And he says, very strange, after he made me over to Kali, his body did not last for more than 6 months. As it were, his powers now had become channelized into Vivekananda. Even before Vivekananda appeared here on this earth, Sri Ramakrishna, he speaks of his vision, which is a well-known vision. I want you to listen carefully. One day, Sri Ramakrishna is saying, I found that my mind was soaring high in samadhi along a luminous path. It soon transcended the stellar universe and entered the subtler region of ideas. Now, this is not something like a out-of-body kind of experience. Okay? Now, people have some strange ideas about when he says, he saw the stellar universe and entered in the subtle realm. Samadhi is going inside. He entered inside where the limits of the physical universe ends and the limits of the mind begins. The subtle realm, it is all within. I remember my guru telling me, not only me, even when he was here, saying, the best way out is in. The best way out is in. So the more you go in, the more vaster things become. So he continues, as it ascended higher and higher, I found on both sides of the way ideal forms of gods and goddesses. He has visions of gods and goddesses. The mind and reached the outer limits of that region. And let me tell you, it's a very, very vast. You think the universe is vast? The physical universe? Maybe one day you will enter into that universe. It's vaster than in comparison to this physical universe. And he says, where a luminous barrier separated the sphere of relative existence from that of the absolute. So here it has transcended even the subtle realm, the divine realms. And then he says, coming to that barrier, the mind entered the transcendental realm where no corporeal being exists. That is, nothing with a name and form. Even the gods and the goddesses, they cannot enter into that realm because they are limited by their form and their name. And then he says, the gods dared not peep into that realm, but they had to be content to keep their seat far below. And then he said, the next moment I found 7 venerable sages seated there in Samadhi. It occurred to me that they have surpassed even the gods in their renunciation, in their purity, and their love and knowledge. He was lost in admiration. I was reflecting on their greatness when I saw a portion of that superconscious being, that undifferentiated luminous consciousness, condense into the form of a divine child. The child came to one of the sages. You remember the 7 sages? The child goes to one of them and attempted to drag his mind down from the state of Samadhi. The magic touch roused a sage from his superconscious state, and he fixed his unmoving, half-open eyes upon that wonderful child. His beaming countenance showed that the child must have been the treasure of his heart. In great joy, the strange child said to that sage, quote, I am going down. You too must go with me. End of quote. The sage remained mute, but his tender look expressed his assent. As he kept gazing on the child, he was again immersed in Samadhi. I was surprised to find that a fragment of that sage's body and mind was descending on earth in the form of an effulgent light. No sooner had I seen Naren, the future Vivekananda, than I recognized him to be that sage. So here we have, I'm going down, you go with me. And just a fragment of that sage descended. We are wondering why could be the whole thing should have come. Not only one, all the 7 should have come. So in most of the mantras, and we find that Saptarishi Mandala Gata, that he is one of the sages in the circle of 7 sages. These have been part of Indian lore, Indian philosophy, Indian culture for thousands and thousands of years. So these are sages, and according to some of the Upanishads and even the Vedas, the names are given, but we don't want to say, oh, Vivekananda might be this one. So they are called Atri, Bharadvaj, Gautama, Jamadagni, Kashyapa, Vashishta, and Vishwamitra. He must have been one of these 7. It's a part of them. And the idea is, these are sages. What do? They are sitting and meditating. What are they meditating on? On the process of creation. They are the, as you say, the remote controllers. And they are there for this entire cycle of this universe. It's called a Manvantara, the age of Manu. It's a massive cycle running to billions of years. And they have to guide this creation through their minds. So don't worry. People say, what is this world coming to? Look at this. What's happening? Somebody nice is in charge. Don't worry about it. Looking after the whole thing. We are apt to think that everything is fragmenting, it is breaking. Everything is nice. If you have some nice guys coming up there, sitting down and meditating for us. It is also said that these 7 sages were aspects of Shiva. This is one of the reasons why Vivekananda is also called Shiva. His mother, she was praying for a child. Nowadays, I don't think we pray for children. Trouble. 1 whole year she prayed for a child. And she told one of her relatives in Benares to worship Vireshwara Shiva. There's a Shiva. That temple, of course, is still there, and we can still go out there. And for 1 year, she fasted, she prayed, and she worshipped Shiva. And one night, as she was sleeping at the end of 1 year, she saw a vision of Shiva wrapped in meditation. And slowly he roused himself from that meditation, takes the form of a child, and comes and lies down in the lap of his mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi. So in honor of that vision, she named him Vireshwara. Vireshwara means he's the Lord of the heroes, Shiva, the name of Shiva. And shortened it became Vire and then became Bile. So there it was. So he was born in 1863 on 12th January. And as it were, that day was a day when it was a very auspicious day called a Shankranti. And on that day, people blow conches and they go to bathe in the Ganges and all. It's as if the whole place was readying itself to receive the child. He was born early in the morning. His father was Vishwanath Datta. He was a very successful attorney. there came a time when they were thrown out of the ancestral house and they were starving. So he saw both of them, the wealth as well as the utter starvation, the neglect, the poverty, and the destitution. Come back to Kashipur. So Sri Ramakrishna is again suffering from that 3 or 4 days before his Samadhi. And he can't eat, he can't speak, he cannot do anything. So Vivekananda thought, he always claimed that he was an avatar. Now if he says it, I'm going to believe it. In this throes of suffering and pain. And Sri Ramakrishna opened his eyes and he says, oh my Naren, are you not yet convinced? He who was Rama, he who was Krishna, he himself is now Ramakrishna in this body, not in your Vedantic sense, but actually so. So here we have him declaring it. He had done it often before this time and here. Now, what did he mean by not in your Vedantic sense? Because in the Vedantic sense, an avatar is as if he is born, as if he is doing good to the world, etc., etc. Not really. But people think, oh, they don't accept an avatar, Advaita Vedanta. No, they accept it. But when an avatar is called as if Jat eva lokanugram eva kurvata lakshate, as if he is born, as he is doing it. Vedanta also says, Advaita Vedanta, this world also is as if. And you are also as if. You are also an avatar of something, some other thing that you have forgotten. And you have to get back to it. Now, he had the highest realization, and Sri Ramakrishna was aware, if he really knew his real identity, he says, Naren will pass away only on his own will. Imagine like us, I want to die, you don't die. He can pass, it's called Ichcha Mrityu, death at one's will. That means one has perfect control over everything. Saying the moment Vivekananda realizes who he is, he will refuse to stay a moment longer in the body. The time will come when he will shake the world to its very foundation through the strength of its intellectual and spiritual powers. I have prayed to the Divine Mother, Kali, that she keep his realization of the Absolute veiled from Naren. There is so much work to be done, but the veil is so thin, so very thin, that it may give way at any time. Yeah, it was thin, the veil did give way. First at Chicago, on the lakes of Lake Michigan, on the shores of Lake Michigan. Yes. And his mind was soaring into the Brahman, and he was about to merge, where he saw Sri Ramakrishna come, hey Naren! And he was pushed back. The second time it happened, that is called place called Camp Percy in New Hampshire, where he was about to give up the body. He was brought back. The third time at 1,000 Island Park on the St. Lawrence River. So these are the places. And then he says, How did Sri Ramakrishna tie him down? We are all tied down. We don't attain spirituality, why? Because we are tied down by various things. Our own desires, others' desires on us, our karma, etc., our thoughts, they tie us down. In the case of Vivekananda, it was Sri Ramakrishna tied him down in the form of love and compassion for all living beings. That is how he was tied. That is how he could stay in the body and he could operate. Because he loved us. He worked for us. And this, in worshipping him, we worship our benefactor, as it were. That was the only thing that kept him moving ahead. And then we had this song sung, "Listen, my friend," saying, can you read the lines? Yeah. I will speak my heart to thee. I have found in my life this truth supreme. There is but one ferry. And what's that ferry? It's love, love, love. Everywhere is that love. And he thought, for the first time, a God which is a known God. Religions have been preaching a God somewhere in heaven, somewhere in the clouds, somewhere hidden. We have been preaching an unknown God. We have been fed all these doctrines about God for thousands of years. It's unknown. You don't know God. Nobody has seen him. That's why people come and say, hey, have you seen God? Vedanta says, what is this? Vedanta preaches a known God. It is here. It is you, within you. This needs to be awakened in us. So Vedanta preaches a known God, not an unknown God. Here. And you are its symbol. This is what Vivekananda wanted to arouse within us. Once you understand that, you have understood your own divinity. You have understood your own connection with the higher divinity. That will set you free. One of his epithets is, he's a breaker of the chains. He's a dispeller of delusions. And he's the one who comes to liberate us. Om, peace, peace, peace. Sing a closing song. In the meantime, our devotees can make a beeline for the prasad.
Sing Veer Shanapati, page 40. Veer Shanapati Vivekananda, oi jeda kiche aare aare, o bhane tarapana bhuliya, kato maharati chutiya jai. Veer Shanapati Vivekananda, oi jeda kiche aare aare, Veer Shanapati. Antatage Agni Mantre Vikhita Vina Tantre Bhagavata Jata Daite Daite Apana Shabite Kejaviai. Veer Shanapati Vivekananda, oi jeda kiche aare aare.
Arthadanda Bhankala Eneche Jagate Shudhala Enate Ajike Damanal Premo Bani Shejeneche Hai Esho Devo Esho Koruna Nidhan Laho Aji Mamo Tonu Mano Pran Kripa Kori Karo E Ashishodan Kabo Kaje Jano Jibano Jai Vishenapati Vivekananda Ojeda Kiche Aire Vishena